Good morning. I have my one adult audience member actually via video on Facebook Messenger today. So say hi.
Hey,
All right,
what's going on?
awesome. Thank you. So, did you know that a teenager's brain isn't fully functioning until about 10 o'clock in the morning? That's an entire 2 hours after school starts. And if a teenager's brain function is less than an adult's, you can only imagine what happens when a child gets younger and younger. We have mostly been students of public schooling, so we know that it could be disproportionate to students of color, black and brown, working class families, trying to fight system, trying to fight the school to prison pipeline, standardized testing, and inadequate learning materials. As a graduate of DISD, I've been in schools that are both high and low performing, and now I know that traditional education or institutional education is a system that's essentially antiquated. Let me explain to you how unschooling is different from homeschooling. Families should strive to transition their children away from traditional education because unschooling allows for individuality, success in academics, and it prepares students for the real world. Although people think that unschooling is a subsector of homeschooling, it's actually completely different. In homeschooling, there is a set curriculum, whereas in unschooling, there is no curriculum. According to an article by Dr. Peter Gray for Psychology Today entitled A Survey of Grown-Up Unschoolers, unschooling is not schooling at all. They do not establish a curriculum for their children. There are no tests. There are no measurement of progress. Also, with unschooling, there are no set lesson plans. So instead of in traditional school where a student is kind of in limbo and having to get left behind essentially, at unschooling they're able to teach themselves. According to Luba Vanjola, the author of an article, How Do Unschoolers Turn Out for KQED on September 2nd, 2014, only 11% of unschoolers said that they fell behind in one or more subjects. Students in unschooling also have the free access to learn in their own time. They don't have the stress and pressures of standardized testing, which allows them to be able to prepare for the real world because of these greater academic advantages. When you're unschooled, you are more socially developed and aware of the world around you. Most people think that you will struggle with being social. However, you're able to be around other unschoolers. And again, according to the article by Dr. Peter Gray, 70% of unschooling students said that the experience enabled them to develop as highly self-motivated. You are able to be in mixed age groups, so you kind of adapt to the world a little bit better. Also, with primary education starting in unschooling, it prepares you for higher education. Their unschoolers have more access to decisions about their futures. They're also able to practice more individuality. According to Lorena Tyson in her article Trusting Children, published in 2019 in an academic journal, most important decisions in institutional educational settings are made by administration. In unschooling, a kid is able to make decisions for themselves. They're more creative in problem solving. They're able to practice more autonomy, and they have more time to pursue their passions, which actually goes into the higher education. A lot of unschoolers do go to college, contrary to belief. Many unschooled individuals are able to get into colleges without taking the SAT or ACT. They also grow up to be financially secure adults and go into careers in STEM and mostly the creative arts. I persuade you, I implore you to leave the traditional education system and start unschooling young people. Unschooling is beneficial because it allows for academic freedom, social, and it prepares a young person the best for their future. Malcolm X once said, "Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to who's prepared for it today." They never said that it had to be in a classroom. Thank you.